Salutations, fellow kings and queens, and welcome back to the Electric Leaf. Today we're going to find out who's been naughty or nice. We are looking at this list and checking it twice. We're going to find out who's been naughty and who's been nice. Who's been following Dr. Sebi's nutritional guide, who's been healing, and who's been playing games.
If you're not already on our Facebook page, make sure you go and like us on Facebook. Join our group where we discuss a lot of things. I'm thinking about doing a Monday night meditation live on Facebook for you all.
Also, it's very important to know if you are in business for yourself and you offer services to the alkaline community, be it a fruit distributor, a meditation consultant, yoga instructor, Reiki master, herbalist, plant-based chefs, fashion designers, caterers, makeup artists, sustainable fashion, whatever you do, please go visit us on our Facebook page and let the community know about yourself and where you're located so that we can take advantage of your services. I would definitely love to hear from you.
Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram at the Electric Leaf, _electric_leaf. Season's greetings, all season's greetings, and welcome back to the Electric Leaf. I'm cracking myself up with this stuff. I really am. So I want to really start this video out today with a great big shout out. I want to show some love to all the people out there. Some special love and appreciation for my cousin Monica. You have been there supporting your girl since day one, always supporting me, always encouraging me, and I love you. So I just really want to let you know that because I know you're always watching. Also, I want to give a shout out to Metaphors Are Us. I don't even know how we became friends because you're friends on my personal page, but you know me through my YouTube. You show me so much love, so sending you refreshments right back. Also, I really have to pause break for this one. A huge shout out to my homegirl Nikki. Thank you so much. She is an amazing designer and she's always brightening up my day by designing something for me. And I am so appreciative of you as well. So thank you. Shout out to you. I wanted to come to you guys about the list. The Dr. Sebi's nutritional guide. A lot of us get really caught up on the list. There are some things that we have overlooked about the list. We've got great websites out there like Advocates for Dr. Sebi and also naturallifeenergy.com. This is Akil Anis website. I have both of his books. They're really good. I'll talk more about books later, but I really like his website because it not only addresses the things on Dr. Sebi's list, but it addresses the things that were there, things that were removed and added. And then Advocates for Dr. Sebi, they are wonderful. They listen to the Dr. Sebi videos and they document on their page, and they're also furthering his research. So let's just get into it. There are things that Dr. Sebi has said that are unofficial advice. There are unofficial parts of the list. So to start, rule number 1, what did Dr. Sebi tell us about diseases? Dr. Sebi said that there is only one disease. There's only one. And if you are a true advocate for Dr. Sebi, then you know that this one true disease is the interruption of the mucous membrane. Dr. Sebi also goes on to say that yeast is the seat of infection. There was one subject that Dr. Sebi always speaks about, how he had to have an understanding in order to make his compounds. You hear him speak about how he was an electrical engineer. He also studied biochemistry. In order to eat correctly on Dr. Sebi's list and to be alkaline, you need to have a good understanding of biochemistry. He studied biochemistry. There are easy biochemistry books out there that you can pick up from Barnes & Noble, from the library, and you can just brush over biochemistry. Biochemistry talks a lot about a lot of things that Dr. Sebi dismisses as well. Understanding biochemistry is going to help you have a better understanding of Dr. Sebi's methodology. When Dr. Sebi created the list, okay, years and years and years ago, when Dr. Sebi created this list, what did he do? He set his intentions. And I cannot stress enough how important it is to set your intentions. If you intend to heal and you truly believe that healing is for you, then you must behave like it. You must think like it. You must vibrate like it. And know that the healing is truly for you. The list was completely different, and that is absolutely why I love Akil Anis's website, because he goes down and he actually literally breaks down and shows what was on the list and what's been removed and what's been added. So check that out. We have ingredients that are on the list, that are officially on the list. I looked at my list and compared it to what is on Dr. Sebi's website right now, and it's the same. It's the same. All the stuff that's up here is the same as the stuff that is on the website right now. I noticed that quite a few things have been removed. Fennel has been removed. It's just so much. We must remember that there is a huge difference between a healing diet and a maintenance diet. Dr. Sebi's nutritional guide is a maintenance diet. Dr. Sebi spoke several times about how he healed himself, and every time he spoke about how he healed himself, it always came through the avenue of fasting. He speaks about when he healed his eyes, and he speaks towards having fasted for 29 days, he said almost a month, 29 days, and he took his compounds for 20 days, and he was drinking a gallon or more of water every day. When his urine became clear as water, he drank it. He drank his urine, I want to say 2 times a day. That's what I really want to say. I always take little notes when I listen to Dr. Sebi. By the time he was finished with that whole urine therapy, he could see. He could see. He said specifically that he could read the finest letter across the street. So Dr. Sebi always speaks about fasting. Urine therapy just doesn't sound appealing to me. So at this point, I'm going to leave that one there for Dr. Sebi. But, he said that that's what he did. I did hear him speak about back in the day, they would take the diaper and wipe the baby's face with it if they were suffering any type of little breakout on the skin. And I am familiar with people doing that. So, I don't know. The ingredients. When we think about a plate that we make that's Dr. Sebi approved, how much variety is on the plate? How much are you listening to your body? It's very important that we listen to our bodies. We must listen to our bodies. That is the most crucial and the most important, the most pertinent part of healing Dr. Sebi's way is to listen to your body and to hydrate. Oh my goodness, to hydrate. Okay, so when we're thinking about these ingredients, okay, we have a lot of fruit on this list. Okay? So if we were to eat the fruit, then the fruit being juicy, it's going to move through our bodies, it's going to move through our digestive tract and add moisture to our bodies. It's juicy, it's not taking anything. But on the other hand, we've got Brazil nuts, we've got a lot of dry stuff, okay? We've got grains, things of that nature. So we'll look and we'll see everybody's cooking Dr. Sebi's way. But how much of that food is actually contributing to the health of our digestive tract? A lot of the ingredients have been changing. Dr. Sebi's list has been changing. It has been changing. It has not been the same. It is different every time I look at it. But one thing is for certain. Because of the intentions that were set, people were able to heal. It all starts in the mind. As above, so below. However a man thinks, so is he. If a man thinks that he is healed, then he is healed. If you think that changing your diet won't help, if you feel that changing your diet is not going to assist you with reaching your goals, if you don't believe in alkalinity, then of course you're not going to heal. Of course you won't. So, some of these ingredients include vanilla extract. That was listed on a bottle of sea moss, a jar of sea moss that I ordered from Dr. Sebi's website. And there was a recipe on the lid of the sea moss. And it called for vanilla extract. I want to say cinnamon. And those things are not on the list, okay? But it's still part of the healing plan because clearly the food is not as important as the water, the herbs, the fruits, and the fasting. The food is not as important as the water, the herbs, the fruits, and the fasting. The water, the herbs, the fruits, and the fasting. If you're serious about healing something. So also the red potato. Dr. Sebi speaks about the red potato. I found this video. It was an insert of the longer video, which is Dr. Sebi Electric Food, the only food. There was an insert that I found, The Truth Seeker, and he's on YouTube, and he speaks about the red potato.
Even certain potatoes, I think, the sweet potatoes is all right, but the white potatoes is not any good.
No, I didn't say the sweet potato was all right. That was made too.
But there's a certain kind of...
The red potato, the red rose that was found in Lake Titicaca in Peru. That is where the Irish people became acquainted and took it back to Ireland. Because remember, the Irish people were the first to go to Peru. They did a lot of research in Peru, and they did a lot of things in Peru. And when they found this potato, they took it back to Ireland, and they began to hybridize the potato and get what you call the russet potato, the red rose. But the natural potato looked like the red rose. The red rose, I would recommend that you eat that because it's the first generation away from the mother.
Okay, and so you hear it from Dr. Sebi, but also what you need to do is cross-reference places, because advocates for Dr. Sebi, I love that website, even though I get a little upset sometimes because I'm like, what? I can't use that either. But I'm glad that they do what they do. So Advocates for Dr. Sebi does report some information about the red potato and why they wouldn't use it, and they also recommend cooking instructions if you do choose to eat the potato. Moving on, there are other things that Dr. Sebi has spoken to us about that contribute to acid building up in the system. So on the list, the coconut. Let's talk about this coconut for a minute. Can we please discuss the coconut? All right, so Dr. Sebi says on the list, young jelly coconut. I don't know why we be playing like we don't see that young jelly. I don't know why we be playing about how we don't see them bananas. It don't say nothing about plantains. It doesn't say anything about plantains. Plantains aren't on the list, but they are accepted. It's the little green bananas that Dr. Sebi approves of. The burro bananas, the small bananas. So here's Dr. Sebi talking about the coconut on Dr. Sebi Interview by Sharon Ross.
Okay, so it's fresh raw coconut oil and fresh. So cold pressed coconut oil is fine.
Coconut oil is very good.
Yes.
But after you have extracted coconut oil from the coconut, you cannot use it on hot food. You got to make the food cool, and then you pour it on it.
Gotcha. Oh, that's excellent. What about bread? Ferment. How can we make bread? There's a lot of the breads that we make
Unofficial
are
ingredient.
because baking soda, I guess, is not approved for us to use. So how can we make breads? What kinds of breads?
Bread?
How can we get bread to rise?
Sea moss.
Sea moss.
Have you ever thought of using the Perrier water?
Ah, the soda and the Perrier water. Yes.
Perrier water is naturally carbonated.
Yes. Uh-huh.
Also, apples, they are on the list. I haven't seen them move around on the list too much. Looking at Natural Life Energy, it looks like apples have been going pretty strong on the list. He doesn't have anything indicated up there for any changes, but Advocates for Dr. Sebi reports things about the apple that you might want to see. So when you go on advocatesfordrsebi.org, you're going to go to Food Alerts, and you will see right there, Food Alert, apples. It has organic lead. It's so much here. They talk about parsley, not recommended. Also a hybrid plant. Use culantro instead. Lemongrass, it will raise your blood pressure very high, very quickly. String beans, avoid it. It's enough acid in it to be considered detrimental. String beans, who would have thought?
Look down to the bottom of the screen here. This is an insert from naturallifeenergy.com. We can see that string beans were on the list at one point in time, but they have been removed since. So this also lets us know that at one point in time, string beans were on the list, and at one point in time, people were healing while they were consuming string beans.
Black rhizome, you can kind of look at that and see that that's no good. Broccoli, it's a hybrid, it's a natural, it's incomplete in molecular structure. It should not be consumed by humans. It's an acid-based vegetable. It has no nutritional value, and it is worse than okra and spinach. Okay.
So let me just add here, if broccoli is the only veggie you like, and if pineapples are the only fruit that you like, please, even though it's not on the list, let that be your starting point. Go ahead and eat the broccoli. Go ahead and eat the pineapples. You know that they are not on Dr. Sebi's list, but the Amazing Acid Alkaline Cookbook does report that broccoli has a low to medium alkalizing effect when eaten. The pineapple has medium to high alkalizing effects on the body. So the water is the most important thing, but the broccoli is better than the steak.
So when we go back over to the Natural Life Energy, we see that spinach was on the list, but it's removed. String beans were on the list, but they were removed. Poke salad has been removed. Parsley's been removed. Mustard greens, jicama, green banana, asparagus have all been removed. Added is wild arugula and okra, added back after being removed. Prickly pear added, tamarind added, sugar apples removed. Brazil nuts, hemp seeds removed. Oh, just stop. Don't get upset. Brazil nuts and hemp seeds added. Hazelnuts and pine nuts removed. Raw almonds and almond butter removed. Allspice has been removed. Cilantro, I discussed that in another video, that cilantro has been removed and that culantro is suggested instead. One of my favorites, fennel, it's been removed. Lemongrass, it's been removed. I mean, this, you should go up there. It's a great website. I really, hats off to Akil Anis. Then we have other herbalists out there. Let's not forget them. We have Queen Afua, okay? We have Queen Afua. Look her up. She speaks about how she healed herself. We have Patrick Dells. He is an amazing herbalist as well, and he speaks about how he has healed himself. Patrick Dells also speaks a lot about garlic. Dr. Sebi and Patrick Dells have two completely different points of view when it comes to garlic. Dr. Sebi says absolutely not, that it disrupts the mucous membrane, which most research can back Dr. Sebi up and say that yes, it does. Garlic absolutely does affect the mucous membrane. Patrick Delves says, I ain't trying to hear none of that. Garlic is king. Patrick Delves has also healed himself. So it comes down to beyond Dr. Sebi's list. It comes down to your own intuition, your own spirit guides, your own ability to communicate with your body and your higher self so that you're able to serve yourself better, give yourself what you need, and heal better.
Dr. Sebi also elaborates on this in Dr. Sebi, Electric Food, the Only Food. At 17 minutes in, he discusses the importance of field research and also talks about armchair research not being good enough in order to further our research. Since most of us have better chances at getting our hands on a computer or a book, armchair research is necessary to understand what happens in the field when that opportunity presents itself. So please read and get to know all you can now so that you'll know which direction to go into once you are in the field.
We're all different. That's why it's important to listen. It's important to listen. I had a dream about Dr. Sebi, and he was telling me that. He said it's important to listen. And when he was saying listen, he was pointing here to the solar plexus. It's important to listen to yourself, to your own digestive tract. To your own digestive tract. We also have Patrick Delves speaks more towards not so much of, he does speak about acid alkaline, but it's not so much about what the food is testing, sending foods off to a laboratory to see if it's acid or alkaline. Patrick Delves looks more towards what effects those foods will have on the body once they've been ingested. Some foods that are acids do have an alkalizing effect on the body. Take for instance an orange or lemon, lime, citrus. Citrus are acidic, but when ingested, citrus has an alkalizing effect on the body, and so do a lot of other things. There are many books that I'm going to share with you all in the near future that I use as navigational tools while I'm doing my research. A lot of people are continuing on with this research, and this is something that we absolutely must take our hats off to. The people who are out there performing these blessings of the community. But there is one thing that we have to remember. We have to remember that so many of us are out here looking for answers or clicking on videos and hoping for a quick fix, when honestly you have to take time to understand the foundation so that you can understand the methodology. We don't want to get too caught up in tradition. Clearly, from the ever-changing ingredients on Dr. Sebi's list, Dr. Sebi did not get too caught up on tradition. He did not like stagnancy. He liked to always change his compounds. He speaks often about how he changes his compounds. He's never satisfied. He always wants it to be better. And there's no way that we can grow and continue to build upon Dr. Sebi's research if we're stuck and if we're finger pointing and ridiculing each other about what we're eating, and if we're being completely harsh on ourselves about whether or not we're sticking within the barrier of a list. It's very difficult sometimes to get our hands on some of those ingredients, especially if you're living in a city where you don't have access to fresh produce as often as other people. If you're living out in the country where the area is not as diverse, you might end up having to drive for about 45 minutes to an hour or more in order to get to a grocery store that has more variety. There are ingredients that are hard to find. There are solutions though. If you can find a Mediterranean market, an Indian market, an African market, then you can find a lot of these things. Asian markets are the bomb. I find so many things there. But also you have to be very careful about the preservatives and the different dyes and additives that are in processed foods in general, no matter what type of market that you go to. Of everything, the most important part of being alkaline and staying alkaline, even more than giving up meat, even more than giving up dairy, is to stay hydrated. Your cells work optimally when they're hydrated. Your body is mostly water. The earth is mostly water. Hydration is the most important thing. It's the most important thing. It's the thing that you can change the quickest. It may not be easy to stop eating chicken right now. It might not be easy to stop eating fish right now. Yes, you want to stop eating meat. You want to slow down on it if you can't stop it. If you can't go cold turkey, believe me, I understand. It might not be a part of your plan to ever stop eating that stuff. But the most important thing that anybody can do for themselves physically is to drink the water. Drink the water. Constantly drink water. Drink. It flushes the pipes. What are you thinking about? How do you feel? What are you vibrating? What are your predominant thoughts? That plays a huge role in how you heal, how you feel. When you feel good, you heal good. And that is just the truth. It's hard for us to accept healing when we're so used to everything that is not good for us. Detoxing is not just about, oh, I'm not going to eat meat and dairy for a week. It's not just about that all the time. Sometimes it's about changing your radio selection, turning the television off more often.
Now, we have to turn the thing around, bring back everything that we feel, that we know. We are actually insane. We are insane. And some of us to the point that we wind up in an insane asylum. I am a product of that. I am a victim of that. I was in what you call a psychiatric ward, schizophrenic and paranoia. Later to walk out of it, to heal that.
Spending time with yourself in deep meditation to think things over and self-reflect so that you can ultimately become your greatest version. That is the main thing. You want to be the best version of yourself in all ways. And as above, so below. Don't worry about so much about the food. The food will follow, because as your mind changes, as your crown chakra begins to open up more and more, you will begin to see yourselves like the kings and queens that we truly are. And as we see ourselves more and more like kings and queens, the more and more we will want to treat ourselves like kings and queens, giving ourselves the absolute best every time we can. If you're in a rural area, or if you're in an area that lacks diversity and you would like to eat the wild arugula, but you don't have it, the only thing you have at your grocery store is a choice between iceberg lettuce and spinach. You should choose the spinach. There are going to be some tough choices that have to be made when we go to the grocery store, but it is the intention. It is the intention that means more than anything. The intention, the water, and the self-love. That is what's going to ultimately bring about your true healing. Your true healing. That's what's going to bring it about. So I saved one of my favorite phrases from Dr. Sebi. He said a lot of things that have truly, truly touched my heart. But one of the main things that he has said that has stuck with me is the quote that I'm getting ready to share with you now. Because I want us to remember that this is our community. And we need to remember that we have to love ourselves truly and deeply in order to be able to love anyone else. We can't share the best of ourselves with the community. We don't have time to learn or read a book if we're worrying about ourselves or being down on ourselves. We need to love ourselves fully. We don't need to beat up on ourselves if we do something that is not on the list. Eat something that is not on the list. It doesn't matter. What is your intention? What is truly your intention? Okay, what is truly your intention? Drink you some water while you're trying to figure it out. I watch so many videos that it is not funny. So my favorite quote from Dr. Sebi, I'll let you hear it straight from him.
We are very, very sick. And this is the reason why I say to my brothers and sisters, if nothing else we do, let us be tolerant of each other.
Yes.
Just be tolerant. Don't come with too much of a philosophy or anything. Just be tolerant and share love.
Yeah. Okay.
Just be tolerant and share love. Vibrate love, okay? Intention, fasting, water, herbs. You got this. Don't worry too much about, oh, I feel like I'm a failure. I can't give up cheese. I can't give up meat. Forget that. Forget that. Yes, if you are in need of a healing right now and your maintenance diet is not going to be able to help you meet your goals, then treat yourself like the kings and queens you are. If you need a healing, receive the healing. Give yourself what you need. You have other herbalists out there, Patrick Dell's, Queen Afua. You've got self-healers out in the community. You've got another herbalist that I like a lot, Robert Morris. He refers to the skin as the third kidney. Your skin, dry skin, blemishes, any eruptions on your skin, whether or not you can sweat, your basal metabolic rate. All of these things are giving you cues. That's your body speaking to you. Learn to listen to yourself. Your vibe attracts your tribe. Vibrate well. Be tolerant of not just other people, but of yourself as well. That's part of the main thing that I feel that we're overlooking. The intuition, the tolerance, the love, the intention, the belief, the self-value, the self-worth, the self-love, the happiness. Laugh! Goodness, laugh! Don't be so serious all the time. Don't be so serious all the time. You can follow us on Instagram at the electric leaf, the_electric_leaf. Facebook, the electric leaf. Just keep in touch with us. We try to do all types of different things on different social media platforms, and then we want to hear from you. That's really the main reason why I have these social media platforms, is so that we can stay connected and continuously build and grow our community, so we can grow together as one. That's one. So comment below if there are any great Dr. Sebi quotes that you would like to share that I didn't mention. If there are any more food alerts that you would like to share, anything good about some of the things that have been removed from the list that you would like to share, please share. This is our community, and the more we share, the more we are loving. The more we share, the more we are giving. And the more we give, the more room we have to receive that is rightfully ours. So until next time, laugh a little. These classes. Laugh a little, raise your vibration, be happy. Until next time, vibrate love and vibrate well. See you guys.